I knew I was in good hands. So offensive line, I picked it up from another high school coach, coaching play, and I knew I was in good hands when I kind of shared that with Scott. And he was like, "Hey, reached out to the coach who's like been in this offense and asked some questions. Couldn't answer some of them, so I knew from then out of the gate that I was in good hands. Jim, I think I kind of bamboozled you, coach. That's how I pulled the wrong special team. So you got me in 4 years ago. He asked me to, like, hey, come hold this bag. It's not running trail. There now 4 years later. But amazing. One more prayer I want to just give a thank you to. Kerry, Monte, you've been, day in and day out. I want to say just thank you so much for watching. All right. So I know we're missing some folks, but everybody join us on here. All right. All right. Anthony, that man. I've been coaching Anthony since he was shorter than me. So this year, Anthony gets the first player off the bus award. Yes. I will actually tell you this: before we played Annandale, the commissioner asked, "Hey, remember what you playing today?" They were asking about it, so people were worried about whether or not you were going to the big guy. So not only just in his appearance, but also his attitude and effort on the field. Anthony is the one that raises everybody else's ball. Because if you didn't bring your A game, you couldn't eat your lunch. And that was the players on the other side of the field, that was in practice. He was the one that was always going to set the tone. If we were having a day, we were dragging, I go and count on him to kind of whip everybody and shake with everybody going. So I think we got a promising future at the next level. I can't wait to see you play things in the future. So Xavier's another first-year player. So interestingly enough, Xavier's on my flag team. He got hurt.
Hey, hold up. Hey, listen. Kids, please have a seat, okay? All right, they listen when you got your awards. I need you to please have a seat and listen while they get theirs.
So Xavier, I was actually surprised to see him come out for tackle. The last time I saw him was like halfway through the flag season, then he got hurt. He was out there in August. And I will say this, for someone who has not played football, and particularly offensive line, he already has like one of the best kick slides I've seen. It's coming from someone who's played offensive line for years and years and years. So like just natural, really natural talent. But amazing, I know you played through some injuries this year. And again, I really admire your toughness. Being able to work through that. And I think we're some of the same injuries that we're dealing with, and you were able to kind of get through it and asked you to play some different positions, asked you to do a lot of different things, and you came up, showed out, and continued to work with it. Listen, you're on trade to Banquet. I didn't know this. You got to tell me, Jet is not a nickname. So, I mean, even though it's one of the more appropriate two names that I've seen, it actually is a middle name, not just a nickname for his speed. What can I say about that? What's not say? I mean, he was one of the heart and soul of his team, and here's something that a lot of folks may not realize. As much energy and effort and heart as he put into that, he left everything on the field all the time. You may not know this, is that concurrently he was playing 2 soccer leagues in addition to playing for us. So there would be days when he played 2 games and then come do what you saw him do on the field after that. So I want you guys to think about that. Soccer games, all the practices. You want to talk about a kid that's even all over the field and pouring out your heart, pouring out your guts. Again, just nothing short of a shining example on the field and also with the teammates. know what it is. It's a cool walk, though. I would always ask him if he's hurt. He hasn't left. Like, no, it's just a solid walk, coach. So Aiden is another first-year player. And Aiden has probably the most calm, cool, collected, demeanor, and attitude of anyone on the field. Again, as you know how this sport is, controlling your emotions and staying calm and keeping your head is a very tough part of the sport. Aiden has that loose lockdown. In addition, being a first-year player, we asked them to do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Positions on offense.
Yeah. Every week I'd be like, Aiden, you need to learn A. Aiden, you need to learn Y. Aiden, you need to learn just super flexible with whatever we need.
And never complain, never a sign of frustration. Okay, coach, whenever we need to have a plug-in, he's there. All right, appreciate it. I was not going to call you Connor. Sorry, that's a season-long thing, so we got 2 seasons that come out. He very politely let me call him Connor when we get time because it should have. Creed. He's a combination of a very gentle soul, but also a football player. Creed is like a football player. He loves his game, loves his sport, loves to hit. He's always taking that play line. And I think he really didn't want to touch the ball. Yeah, see, he actually just wanted to go hit. At this age, you come in your football, it's usually everybody wants to get the ball. But no, he just wants to go hit people. So again, this is your first year. I think you learned a lot. I saw a lot of growth from you throughout the season. One thing that I admire about you the most is that he's always wanting to get better. He's always asking how to do things better. Can I do that better, coach? I try that better again, coach. Again, always dedicated to what you asked him to do. Never complain. Just wanted to play football the best. I think that's going to serve you well. I hope to see you back next year and continue to grow. You got a lot of promising things. Another first-year player. Again, someone who I've seen grow so much throughout the season. I know, Ben, when you started the season, you had a lot of concerns, a lot of reservations about, going from flag, and it's a big jump, going from flag to putting on shoulder pads and helmets, and then like not enough plans after. And it's not an easy transition to make. And then I saw you grow throughout the season. You grow into asked you to do some tough things, and we had some challenges throughout the season, and they're trying to figure out the right fit. But again, Ben was someone who, whatever you asked them to do, we ever asked them to line up, no complaints. He showed up and they worked hard as he does his game. And that's why I said, keep sticking at it, keep working hard. I love your attitude throughout the entire season. In every drill, you gave 100%. He showed up, regardless of size, regardless of who was lined up for this, and gave you everything you had. All right? So keep that up. And again,
he's the only one here today, but they were the guys that were running plays for us in and out of the game. And nobody in the history of football has had more game time questions than that. Sometimes it was great, sometimes I'm like, I can't focus on it right now, but it just shows that he's always looking to learn and get better. Like, he would ask me so many questions in game, and I apologize I couldn't always get to the answer in game, but I respected the fact that you were always willing to learn, and that was great.
So Dylan is another. I was surprised that I did not expect Dylan to show up to play tackle. Clean flag, and I put on my best pitch. I wasn't sure he was going to show up. I don't think Dylan was sure he was going to make it off for tackling. But I mean, this season would not have been what it was without you here. We were a integral part of the season again. Another first time stepping in front of the field, first time going out and showing pads. Dylan is unassuming, but do not let that fool you. He is someone who kind of presents a quiet demeanor, but very different on the football field. Both of them on the offensive side of the ball and the defense. And I think, we're all pleasantly surprised, and I think we have a lot of potential. Alexander, QB1. Now this is a bit of the opposite here. Now you see this kind of stoic demeanor that he's presenting here. Now see, with that Goliath is a very, very, very big heart. And that is something that I kind of grew to understand throughout the season. And it shows up in several different ways. It shows up in a lot of different ways. I'll save that one. So the first way it shows up is that he's the leader of his team, and he really cares about his teammates. Whenever he had questions for us, or had an issue, or had something to discuss with coaches, it was rarely something about himself. It was almost never about him. It was about his teammates. Something that he thought that we could do better for his team, or his team. Always had the team first. You know, never about Alexander, it's about the team and someone else around. So I think in addition to whatever abilities he had on the field, he displayed those leadership qualities from day one. And someone who led by example. You know, 2 games to the season, he was leading warm-ups. You just say Alexander was the team warm-up. You know, he took that over. You know, so again, the qualities, not just his ability to throw, his ability to make plays, and again, his character. I think really is what kind of helped grow the team together. Again, like I said, this team is really special in the bond they have with each other. And Alexander was a very special part to it. So I appreciate you, man. Try not to get really choked up here. Y'all know Linux is my son, so he's the reason that I'm here. Besides Ron, like people who come on the field. So this is what 3 years, 4 years running, and this is it's going to high school next year. So I've watched the same thing. I remember coaching from back in fact you and Anthony, you guys were both kind of up here, and I've watched you grow, from a boy to a young man. I watched you grow from someone. I'm going to tell this story. It's slightly embarrassing, but it just shows you what you grow. So I remember the very first time we were in practice, you were holding a bag. You got an older kid, that's Coach Russo.